In an era of 80 peso gas prices, downsizing is the name of the game. But how can you have fun at the same time be as frugal as you can? But well, Toyota is right here, raising the game for every one of us. What's going on, guys? Roy Robles here for Zigwheels.Ph, and today we have the cure for those 80 peso gas price blues. It's the Toyota Raize Turbo. Now, we reviewed the Toyota Raize G, the NA variant, a few months ago, and I really love the color, but the turquoise mica metallic / black color in this one is definitely something else, and it's definitely my cup of tea. But it's the overall look that really makes me appreciate the Toyota Raize even more. Let's start with the front end. Now, you've seen this before with the Toyota Raize G variant, but this time you got full LED implementations for the headlamps, your DRLs, and even your fog lamps. It's a nice muscular appearance for a tiny little car, and I think it's really cute for the Toyota Raize to have those big SUV aspirations. Makes it look in line with more of Toyota's bigger offerings like the Fortuner, like the RAV4, and if you got a Raize and you're going to one of those Toyota opening meets, yeah, you're definitely not going to look out of place in this one. Let's check out the side profile. Now, here in the side profile of the Toyota Raize Turbo, you will see all of the more obvious changes this has over the G variant. First of all, you got those huge 17-inch wheels on such a small car. Definitely looks like a caricature of itself, but hey, it actually kind of works. And if the two-tone black look isn't apparent up front, you can definitely see it right here. You got these chrome door handles, which I wish came in black, or at least body colored. But anyway, it's right there and adds a little bit more class to the proceedings. So yep, definitely this is all you have to do with the side profile right here. I really like those 17-inch wheels, but let's look at the back and see more changes. Now, at the back here, the Toyota Raize Turbo, you see a lot from the G variant, including those black plastic inserts on the side, which add a little bit more ruggedness to the overall look. I like how everything is chiseled, more like an angular appeal, like the Toyota Fortuner. And in even this one right here, you've got your LED tail lamps, you got your Raize badge right there. Unfortunately, you don't have any turbo badges at the back because it definitely knows that you're not gonna leave anyone on the road, except maybe you got your turbo badge on the side there, so you don't need anything from the back there. You got your integrated spoiler, which I gotta note, because of the two-tone look, actually looks better in this variant, and you can actually appreciate how it looks in this one. It looks like it's flying on the road. It definitely looks good. Now, even on the inside right here, so you open the hatch, you got a lot of space for your stuff, and underneath this cover, you got a full-size spare tire. Usually you won't have that on any other models. They usually would give you a space saver donut tire, but you got this instead, which is really very nice, and I appreciate that from Toyota. If you need even more space, you can fold the seats down. They fold in a 60-40 split for longer items. Overall, the Toyota Raize Turbo actually offers some great looks, but also some great functions as well. So inside the Toyota Raize Turbo, it's surprisingly spacious. Much like the Raymond's Pocket, you wouldn't expect to have a lot of space for so many gadgets. So for starters, you have this leather-wrapped steering wheel. It's nice and chunky. It's not large at all. It's pretty compact and easy to hold. I really like these types of steering wheels. Kind of reminds me of Toyota's more sportier models. Unfortunately, there's no cruise control, so you wouldn't really expect that from a small car like this, would you? The seat is still fabric, but it has leather inserts and it's nicely bolstered, so you wouldn't be joshing around if you're driving more aggressively. It's not tight at all. Now, even though I've got my large frame here, it still holds me quite snugly, but still in a comfortable manner. You got your shifter, it's way right up here. If you remember the G variant, it also has that same position, so this nice ribbed diamond pattern next to it. You've got your automatic climate control, and you've got your 9-inch touchscreen infotainment system, which is an inch larger than the 8-incher on the G variant. What I really appreciate about the interior, though, is this nice hidden cup holders next to the, well, in front of the aircon vents. You can keep your cold drinks cold and your hot drinks cold as well. But you've got some nice spaces as well. Underneath the passenger seat, you'd find a tray there if you need to put your small umbrella or any of your documents, keep it safe and nice. You got your seatbelt indicators here. You got your backup camera. Although you don't have 360-degree around, it's fine because this is a small car and have great visibility inside. All right, so let's check out the rear and see how that works out for me as well. All right, so it's in the back seat where you start to find most of where the concessions are in the Toyota Raize Turbo. So for starters, you won't find any toys here. You won't find any USB ports, AC vents, but you do get map pockets though and headroom. You also have nice space for your feet here, your nice leg room. So you got two guys with an average of 6 feet in the back, no problems. Just keep it at two guys, two guys. It's something I can see myself riding in for an extended period of time, but I'd rather be in the front seat, especially in the driver's seat. Speaking of the driver's seat, let's see how it drives. All right, so I've always wanted to drive the Toyota Raize Turbo. For one, Toyota's history with turbocharged engines have always been great, especially that Toyota GR Yaris. But this one here, it definitely exceeds my expectations of what can be placed under a small SUV like this or a small crossover. So under the hood, you've got a 1-liter 3-cylinder turbocharged engine that makes 98 horsepower. Let's call it 100, okay? A smooth 100 horsepower and 140 Newton meters of torque. And I gotta say, matched with a CVT here and with Toyota's expertise with CVT, it's a great match, especially how large or how small actually this vehicle is. It's great. Now, acceleration can get a little bit noisy, especially coming in the inside. You know, it's got a CVT, but it's definitely sufficient for pulling or pushing this particular kind of vehicle. You also have paddle shifters if you want to row through your own gears, but just put it in the drive. It's really very intuitive that you really don't need those paddle shifters. So I gotta answer the question, is it fast? Well, it's not gonna set the world on fire at all, but when it comes to acceleration, it's really punchy. And thanks to the McPherson struts up front and the torsion rear bar suspension and the small wheelbase, it's definitely fun to drive. Suspension wise, it's really smooth inside, surprising for a small car. But again, that's what Toyota's vision is for the Raize. It's actually sold as a K car in Japan, as a small SUV, and you can definitely feel the SUV kind of vibe inside here. It's not crashy, it may be a little bit wallowy inside, and around the corners it gives you a lot of body roll, but that's what an SUV is, right? And it mimics every little sense of that, including the ride quality, the acceleration. Yeah, good job with that, Toyota. NVH levels are certainly on par with cars in this price range. There's still a little bit of sound insulation from the outside world, but it's not top-notch. What is top-notch though is the ride quality. It's really smooth inside, and I didn't expect this to be this great from a car in this price range. I almost kind of expected it to have the same ride quality as small hatchbacks out there, but that's definitely not the case with the Raize. It's a solid crossover SUV. Fuel economy is also great in this one. It's a 1-liter turbo, so you can choose to be as frugal or as not frugal as you want. In the city, we were able to get 89 kilometers per liter in this one. Take it out on the highway, you get 16 kilometers per liter. Just not bad at all. When it comes to safety, the Toyota Raize doesn't leave you shortchanged. It's got 6 airbags. You've got ABS with electronic brake force distribution. Of course, you got your seat belts and ISOFIX anchors. It's got stability control. You also have parking sensors in the front and in the back, along with a backup camera and rear cross traffic alert. It also has blind spot monitoring systems, which alerts you really hard and really loudly if you got a car on the other lane and you want to switch over to that lane. Those little extra things make the price tag really worthwhile. Speaking of price, the Toyota Raize Turbo comes in at 1,031,000 pesos. Now at this day and age, with inflation going up and cars being more expensive than they're supposed to be, I'd say that the Toyota Raize Turbo is definitely worth it when it comes to performance, fuel consumption, safety features, interior space, and amenities. Plus, you've got the Toyota brand level of quality that you can always rely on. So you're gonna be hard pressed to find another vehicle at that price point that's gonna match this. I know there's gonna be other cars that are gonna have more powerful, more space, bigger size, but you really can't beat the reliability behind the Toyota brand. So we've answered the question, can you have fun with a small car for not that much money? But yes, you can with the Toyota Raize Turbo. But what do you think? Leave us a comment in the comment section down below. And while you're at it, and while you're having your flame wars there, make sure that you subscribe to our channel and hit that notification icon so you wouldn't miss any of our videos. Once again, we'd like to thank our friends from Packin' Wings and Formula G Car Wash for helping us out with the video. This is Roy Robles from Zigwheels.Ph. I'll see you guys next time.